Good afternoon, scholars. Today, we are going to talk about goal setting, and understanding the difference between a goal and a wish. So, can somebody tell me, what is a goal? Okay, I like that answer. Somebody else want to share? What is a goal? Okay, now tell me, what is a wish? Okay. Anybody else want to share out loud? What is a wish? So we just had two friends who explained what they think is a goal. And we had two friends that explained what they think is a wish. I would like you to raise your hand if you agree with what a goal is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Raise your hand if you agree what a wish is. Great. So what is the difference between a goal and a wish? So I heard what a wish was, and I heard what a goal is, but what is the difference between a wish and a goal? Okay. Good job. So a goal is something that you can accomplish, that you can actually accomplish, where a wish is something that you may want to, but you're not going to work towards doing. Okay, but what we're going to do today is we are going to work towards goals, realistic goals, goals that we can accomplish, and goals that we can accomplish within a certain time period. Okay, so what is a realistic goal? Can somebody give me an example of what a realistic goal is? So correct. A short-term goal is a goal that you can accomplish within a short period of time. So I want an example of a short-term goal. Very good. I will make it to class every day this week on time. Is that a realistic goal or unrealistic goal? Yes, that is a realistic goal. Can somebody give me an example of an unrealistic goal? Give me an example of an unrealistic goal. Correct. That's a really good example. An unrealistic goal is that you are going to finish all your coursework for the year in just 2 weeks. That is an unrealistic goal. We want to stay away from unrealistic goals. Staying away from unrealistic goals will help us focus on meeting the realistic goals that we want to meet. When setting goals, you want to make sure that your goals are specific, and you want to make sure your goals are achievable. And in order to make sure your goals are achievable, you want to set a timeline. So let me give you an example of something that's not achievable and something that is achievable. Okay. I will make it to class every day on time for the next week. Is that achievable or unachievable? Is that realistic or is that unrealistic? Right, that is realistic. That's something that's achievable. There's ways that you can do it. Okay, and back to our other example. I will finish our coursework, my whole school coursework, in 2 months. Is that achievable or is that not achievable? We know that's not achievable because that's why we have school 5 days a week. That's why we break the curriculum up into parts and pieces so that we can make sure that you understand everything that you need to understand. So completing a whole year worth of school in 2 months here is unrealistic. That's not a realistic goal. So we want to make sure our goals are specific and achievable. We do not want to have goals that we cannot meet. We want to feel proud about the goals that we set, and we want to feel proud about achieving those goals. So I'm going to share with you a goal sheet, and you will complete a goal sheet worksheet identifying one short-term goal, why it matters, and one action step that you can take this week. You will share your goals verbally only if you're comfortable. So let's go over this student goal setting worksheet together. Make sure you put your name and the date on the paper. So the first thing is think about one goal that will help you be successful in school. Answer the question below. And in the box it says, my short-term goal is. What is your short-term goal? I only want one goal. One goal. I want you to think about it. The second part is, why is that goal important to me? Why do you want to make that a goal? Is it something that you know you need help in? Is it an area that you know you need improvement on? Why is that your goal? I want you to think about that. And that's going to be important when you're setting your goals. You want to set a goal that's important to you, not a goal that's important to someone else, because you are the one that is going to try to meet the goal. Next, one action step I can take this week. What's one action step that you can take this week? And when you think about that action step, I want you to think about possible solutions. What can happen if you make those steps? You can give me 1, 2, 3 solutions, things that you think may happen if you make those steps. How confident do you feel about reaching these goals? Do you feel confident about it? If you do not feel confident about it, you might want to think about changing the goal. You want a goal that you are able to meet, not because it's easy, but because it's something that you want to do and that you feel confident in doing. Later on down the line, it's going to get harder, and it's going to get harder and harder. But right now, I want you to set a goal that you know is achievable for you to meet in 1 week. My next question is, how are you going to monitor this process? How are you going to monitor that you are on the path or on a road to complete this goal? When will you work on these action steps? And what task what task will take place for you to meet these goals? I have Monday. What will you do Monday? Are you going to do anything Monday? You can check right there if you're going to do something on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Are you going to do it on a weekend? What task are you going to take in order for you to meet your goal? I love how everyone is looking at their paper. I love how everyone is reading and thinking about their goal. So what I want you to be able to do is explain what a short-term goal is. I want you to identify one goal that supports your success in school. I want you to be able to identify one action step to work towards, and I want you to feel confident about the goal that you are setting for yourself. I love hearing what everyone had to say, everyone that wanted to share. Thanks for sharing. For those who did not quite understand, or those who did not quite finish your assignment, I am available for additional support. Sometimes developing goals can be challenging. I get that. However, it's something that can be done. This was something that was done on the spot, and it may be hard for you to think about what you might want to work on. So I'm going to give you some time to think about it, and we're going to work on this together, because everyone, including myself, have things that we can work on, and I'm going to help you get through this, okay? For your friends that are out today that missed this lesson, I'll check in with them later on this week so we can make sure that everyone is able to set a goal for themselves and be able to master that goal. So right now, I'm going to send you all back to your class. You all have been great, and thank you.